Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are well and subscribed. As you can see by the title of the video, today we're doing something totally different. But my problem is I don't know how I'm gonna word it because I always avoid doing mukbangs. Why? Because I don't eat much and these YouTubers are always like eating a full table. Okay, so like I said, I got pasta from Pasta Wits and I was a bit nervous because I'm a pasta girl. So yeah, I was like, what if it doesn't taste good? But yes, it's not too bad. I ordered this during the day before taking my nap. It's actually like 12 a.m. right now. So yeah, and then I just had a bit of it, so I was like, okay, not too bad. Then I took my nap, woke up, and now here I am. We're all going to eat. It looks, guys, I know it looks like mukhodu and whatever, but it really doesn't taste bad. To be having this, and I feel like I need that mic that my lady has, and this is a strawberry milkshake from Woolies. Love it. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so I applied to Wits 3 days before the closing day because I'm like, girl, I can even apply on the day, it's fine. And I only applied to 3 institutions. I think it was Wits, UJ, University of Free State, right? But in my mind I was like, I want to go to Wits and I'm going to go to Wits. This is a very dangerous game that I was playing, but I was like, I want to have Wits law written on my bio. Like, I want to experience the Wits edge that everyone talks about. So I was like, Wits. I applied to the others as backup, but I didn't even like pay that much attention to them because, you know, Wits, I want to go to Wits. A little background story, right? I didn't matriculate through IEB or NSC. I matriculated through Cambridge, which is an international curriculum, right? A British one to be specific. So obviously I'm a South African. Planning on going to South African institution, there are a lot of things that need to be done in order for my, you know, international qualification to be used. Guys, I got a distinction for English, so this is just a moment of weakness. So for me to get into South African institution, there are like things that need to be done, right, with my international qualification. Let's keep it at that. The most important thing that needs to be done is that you need to go to the matriculation board. I forgot the name of the place, but it's in Hatfield, right? You need to it's actually so good. It's actually really good. Like, it's ridiculously good. I just have a problem with the chicken pieces. It's probably the 3rd one I'm seeing. Can you see? Yes, they're big, but like there should be more. So I applied to first. They got back to me in less than a month while I was writing my exams, because I started my exams in October and finished 5th of November. Like, I finished way before everyone. They got back to me while I was writing my exams. They're like, hey, provisional acceptance. And I was like, I knew, you know. So there are requirements, right, for anyone with an international qualification wishing to study this side, right? There are requirements. I won't name them now because that's totally irrelevant. So when you go to the matriculation board, you go after getting your results, right? You go show them, okay, this is what I want to do. Then you have to pay some fee, you have to sign some form, whatever. So now I received my results on either the 10th or the 11th of January. I remember our IEB people received them on the 20th or the 21st, right? So I was like, I'm at an advantage. They can accept me way before the others even receive the results. Little did I know. So cool. I received my results. They were pretty good. I was like, this is definitely Wits material. I don't know if I think I did send them to, yes, I did send them to you know, the people at Wits. So I sent it to them because they don't have direct access to our results. So I sent them to them. They were like, we see your results, but you know, you still need that form from the matriculation board. Otherwise, there's nothing that we can do about it. So I think I went to Hatfield the following day, no, after 2 days after getting my results, I went. So when I get to Hatfield, mind you, I'm traveling from Hatfield. They're like, sorry, our offices have been closed for the past month because of COVID, whatever. This is last year, because of COVID. And I'm like, okay, when are they gonna open? We don't know. Okay, sharp. But my thing is, I was on their website the previous night, you understand, and they didn't say anything about that. So now I traveled all this way because these people could not put up on their website. There was literally so many of us going there, and we were like told to go back because, you know, cool, you can apply online. But the problem with applying online is that it can take up to 3 weeks to be approved, your thing to be approved. So now I'm thinking, but what am I going to do? 3 weeks is too long for me to be waiting for an acceptance. Like, Wits is going to accept other people, and then now they're going to forget about me, and that's literally where I want to go, you know. So now I'm literally stressed out. I'm calling them, they're telling me blah 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 blah, and then, but they did end up telling me that you can get a provisional, or they're supposed to give you a certificate, like a formal certificate, sorry. So you're going to get a provisional letter, all right, should your thing be successful, that you can send to the institution that you want to go to. So I was like, okay, a week, it's not too bad. It's not what I wanted, but it's not too bad. So and then somewhere along the line, things aren't going according to, you know, the plan. I'm not receiving the provision. A week goes by, I'm not receiving the provisional letter, and I know that I've met the requirements. There's no other way, you know. I double checked. So somewhere along the line, my parents are like, don't you think these people are communicating with Wits? Because in that form that I had to fill in, it's called the M30 form, I will never forget that. I had to state the institution, what I'm planning on studying, and you know, the student number that they've given me, literally everything, every information I was given by Wits. So my parents are like, don't you think they're communicating with them, even though you don't have the actual confirmation? They're communicating with them. I'm like, okay, sharp. But Wits is not saying anything. So I'm thinking, but guys, what am I going to do? I don't want to go to UJ. I don't want to go to UOFs. It's too far, you know. I want to go to Wits. Cool. So my parents said, okay, let's take a day off, because I was like, there's no way. There's no way. It's either Wits or nothing. So we drove all the way to the side, and guys, I was nervous. Walking into Wits, I was nervous because I was thinking, in the next hour, I'm gonna know whether I'm coming back here. I was sent to speak to some man, very friendly man, patient and kind. As we were sitting there, I literally, guys, I had a, you know, that see-through slip where you put in files, papers or whatever. Yeah, I had all my information in there, my parents' IDs, whatever. They were literally there. That time my parents are sitting outside, just outside the office, and you can see them because like a glass window, and they are nervous. And whatever this man asks for, I give him. He wanted the certificate, the ID, the ing. Are you South African? Yes, I am. Then why do you choose to, you know, do an international qualification? I don't know. I mean, I just like being challenged and whatever. And he was like, he did this laugh that made me a bit nervous. So, and then what did he say? He started speaking about the, you know, the requirements of being accepted and whatever. And, you know, in terms of the international qualification and the matriculation board. And then we sat in silence for like 10 minutes while he's checking something, looking at my certificates, checking. I keep looking over to my parents. They're asking me what's going on. I don't know, darling. I don't know. So We're yeah, okay, so we applied for this and this. The last email that was sent to requested for the matriculation board, what the M330 form, whatever, something like that. At the time, my head is just going like this. I can't really hear what he's saying because I know what I want to hear. That's what I'm trying to hear, you know. So the other thing is just like, it's like, no, sorry, yeah, I did send this, I did do this, whatever. So, and then he was like, okay, let me call someone. He calls, I don't know, he called something about law students this year. Yeah, no, something. Oh, and at that time, the NSC and IEB kids had been accepted. That's what pushed me and my parents to drive to Wits. And you guys know admin people are a problem. That's why we also struggled to actually get proper communication. We had to drive there because admin people are a problem. People had been accepted to a Wits, to a UJ, UCT, whatever. So I was like, there's no way. It's hardly. Spend the whole year and do what? I wasn't going to grade. What was I going to do? Promise you guys. On his computer. Okay, so after like 5 minutes of him typing. Okay, so we've got 2 offers here. So to those of you that don't know, I'm doing a BA law, and so I had applied for BA law and BA general, but he was like, you've got 2 offers for those things that she applied for. Do this to apply. So when he was telling me what to do to accept the offers, my mind just off a bit because I was like, I can figure it out by myself. But I was like, in that moment, I was like, my hard work is finally paying off. You know, there are so many things that I had to give up last year. I was not on WhatsApp. You know, I gave up sleep. It was just a lot. So in that moment, I was like, oh my goodness. Hard work does pay off, especially in school. I think I always say this, that's the one thing where you know that your hard work will pay off. You will get exactly what you worked for. I was so relieved. That walk to my parents, I felt like something. So I walked to them, and then my dad was like nervous. I can see him like touching my mom, like, and I was like, didn't they were like you? I was like, I'm joking. So yeah, we were all happy. I accepted my offer before leaving Wits. Trust me, I did not want any mistakes. Got home, we registered, chose my thingies. No, I couldn't complete my registration process because they wanted my vaccination certificate. They don't want my car, so I had to call the government, whatever. Okay, calling the government just makes it sound dramatic. I had to call the vaccination thing. Why in Balan the vaccination thing? That was put on the government website for them to give me my vaccination number, whatever. Then the following day, I completed my registration. Within 2 days, they were like, you can now go make your student card. I went the following day. Literally, I did not want any mistakes. And yeah. Another story is res. I need to make a detailed video on that because I really struggled finding a res. Reses this side are a problem. Literally 3 days before I had to move out, I did not know where I was gonna stay. Like, I had to be at school. I did not know where I was gonna stay. So yeah, my road to becoming a Witsie was very bumpy. Worth it? Definitely, you know. But yeah, guys, please make sure that you apply in time. I will make a video on, you know, the Wits application process and whatever closer to, I think applications open in March, so early next year, just to make sure that you guys are prepared. And the one about accommodation, I think that's the most important one. Like accommodation, finding accommodation is more difficult than, you know, getting into Wits, UJ, or what else is the side? The other ones, you know. By the other ones, I don't mean the other ones, but I just forgot them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This clip alone is 5 minutes long, but what did I do? But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and